Good afternoon, or excuse me, good morning, everybody. Goodness me. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, we're live at the California Winter League, the penultimate day of the regular season, as the first place Washington Blue Sox will do battle against the Canada A's. I'm Evan Schmeizer, joined by Danny Machaj, and things are getting down to it, Danny. I mean, you have the Blue Sox finding ways to win, arguably might have the longest win streak in the history of the California Winter League. Both teams trying to essentially finish their tune-ups ahead of the postseason.
Yeah, really exciting day today because we're that much closer to the playoffs and the championship this weekend. You know, we've been waiting all winter, Evan, and we've had fun so far. It's going to be hard to leave, but this is what we've been waiting for, and it starts today with the A's and the Blue Sox.
Could not agree more, my friend, on this picture-perfect day. Kelsey Whitmore takes the mound for the A's as she just finishes up her warm-up pitches. Her fourth start, and she has been fantastic. One of three eligible pitchers to have not allowed an earned run. Over 11 innings, 8 strikeouts, no walks. Only pitcher to fit that mold. No free passes. Tim Catalano will be the first man she faces. Take a look at the Blue Sox lineup. Catalano's followed by Sam Rowan, Bryson Gandy, Alejandro Lara, the cleanup man. Taylor Maldonado hits fifth. Kayosuke Akiba, the sixth man. Alex Ford, Vince Garcia, and Xavier Manriquez rounds things out. And Whitmore's first pitch is skied into short center field. And a nice lunging play by the shortstop, Tuzad Gabriel, as he drifts into short center. One pitch, and Tim Catalano is retired. 10 o'clock, even Pacific Standard Time, our first pitch. Nothing but clear skies. The San Bernardino Mountains in the distance are perfectly in view, and an even 60 degrees. Sam Rowan, the next man. Whitmore out of the windup. First pitch is swung on and looped out to right. That's going to drop in for a hit. And it takes a weird hop, deflects off the bare hand of Devin McCary. Sam Rowan takes the turn for second, and he's in there sliding. A base hit for Rowan, and an error by McCary, who was just careless in right. And with one away, a man on second for the Blue Sox.
This is what Whitmore's been doing all winter. She's been pitching to contact, throws a lot of strikes, and the defense has helped her a lot too. That time it didn't.
Drawing a lot of early swings does Whitmore. Bryson Gandy, the next man, and he takes a fastball at the knees. That came in at 75, and Whitmore was sitting around that her first two starts. Then she bumped it up to 80-81 her last outing. Whitmore sets about the stretch, the far first base side of the rubber, checks Rowan once, and the next pitch looked like a slow changeup coming in at 69, and it misses outside. Gandy got most of the day off yesterday. He came in defensively to play right field late, hitting 158 overall, a double, a homer, and 2 ribbies. Next pitch from Whitmore on the outer black, according to the home plate umpire, Billy Yeager. Yeager's probably had the biggest strike zone through the entire winter. 1-2 the count, one away, one out top of the first, and the Blue Sox threatening with a man on second. Next pitch, fastball misses outside. Check swing from Gandy. The flags are quiet all the way around. We'll get up to about 71 degrees today. We still have our coats on in the press box for now, but we'll take them off soon. Whitmore set the 2-2, and it's a curveball that misses down and in. 3-2 the count to Gandy.
I don't mind that breaking ball placement there. Just needed a little bit more towards the plate.
Whitmore, a deep breath. Glove set at the letters, and the 3-2 is outside. Did not want to give in to Gandy. The walk puts men on first and second with one out, and the first walk of the winter issued by Kelsey Whitmore. Took 11 1/3 innings to issue her first free pass. And a good matchup here. Alejandro Lara, the league's leading hitter at .476. And the first pitch, check swing, and it's past Whitmore on the dive. Out to the second baseman, Sanchez flips to second. It looks like he got the first out there, and a double play. Can you believe that? On a slight correction, Sanchez did not opt to throw the ball to second base. It looked like he did from up here.
So he made the decision very last second to hold up that shovel pass, and he hung on to it and got the out at first.
That was a pretty good pump fake. So second and third, 2 away, and a big out for Whitmore, retiring the leading hitter, Lara. Now it's the catcher, Maldonado. Whitmore opts to work out of the windup. Their first pitch to Maldonado is on the inside corner. Take a look at the A's defensively. Steve Snowden, Demetrius Foster, Devin McCary left to right, Jonathan Gottlieb, Tuzad Gabriel, Ivan Sanchez, Nathaniel Lai, third to first, Matthew Nunn behind the plate, and of course Whitmore on the mound, who deals her 0-1, and a curveball down the chute for a strike. 0-2 the count to Maldonado. Rowan at third, Gandy at second. With 2 away, no score in the top of the first. The 0-2 from Whitmore is a fastball that misses low. The Blue Sox coming off a walk-off win a day ago against the Oregon Lumberjacks, clinching the #1 overall seed in the postseason. And the 1-2 pitch rocketed, but right at the third baseman, Jonathan Gottlieb, who spears it off the ground. Whitmore able to work around a jam and a couple base runners. We'll head to the bottom of the first. The A's will take their first swings of the day.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Roger Motley III takes the mound for the Blue Sox as we move to the bottom of the first inning. He'll do battle against the A's. Motley comes in 3-1, a 4.29 ERA, this being the 5th game he's pitched. 14 2/3 innings, 17 strikeouts, and he does allow his share of base runners. The 17 walks is what you need to keep an eye on. Went 4 innings his last outing a week ago against MLB China in the winning effort, going for 3 earned runs on 3 hits and 4 walks. Well, we'll see how he matches up against the A's, who, we mentioned it yesterday, and it's still the case, come in with the lowest team batting average, the second to lowest OPS, but they have walked the second most out of any team in the league. So see if they can work some base runners against Motley.
Well, you mentioned earlier Motley has had trouble with walks throughout the year, and obviously you said the A's are good at walks. This is a good time for them to take advantage of Motley having to throw balls too far over the plate and maybe get their hitting going.
Motley, the 6'3", 215-pound left-hander, also has shown he has very good stuff just when he can command it. We'll take a look at the A's lineup. Steve Snowden leads it off, Jonathan Gottlieb to follow. Then it's Ivan Sanchez. Nathaniel Lai, the cleanup man, playing first. Devin McCary bats 5th. Chu-Yu Chang will be the designated hitter. Tuzad Gabriel bats 7th. Demetrius Foster, the 8th man, and the catcher Matthew Nunn will round out the order for Canada. As Motley finishes up his warm-up pitches, Snowden walks up to the box. The Blue Sox with their blue tops, white bottoms. The A's, their familiar red tops and white bottoms. Left on left the matchup, and Snowden with that shin guard, the black shin guard on his front leg.
Have we seen Snowden bat leadoff yet this year? I don't know.
This might be a first. I think it is. First pitch from Motley out of the stretch, misses upstairs. Well, perhaps the manager, Paul Nochi, trying to switch things up a bit to get the offense going. The third baseman, Alex Ford, playing even with the bag for Washington. The next offering from Motley is fouled right off the front leg of Snowden. As he's walking around, he's in a little bit of pain. Seems to be all right. The shin guard did not work that time. Hate it when that happens.
Yeah, it must have caught the toe or something. Maybe the knee above the guard? I don't know. Looked like it hurt.
Unfortunately, it's a pretty warm day, so the sting shouldn't be quite as bad. As the home plate umpire, Billy Yeager, who walked a new baseball out to Motley, comes back. We're set to go. Roger Motley III, working exclusively out of the stretch, set up on the far third base side. Glove of the bell to close stance, and his 1-1 is on the outside corner. A perfect pitch on the black. No score in the bottom of the first, the Blue Sox and the A's. Snowden waves the bat around. Now rests on his shoulder. Different looking setup we're seeing from him. Motley set. Here's the 1-2. Wants it hard on the ground through the hole on the right side. Leadoff single for Canada. And a good at bat from Snowden. As Jonathan Gottlieb settles in, we'll take a look at Washington defensively. Bryson Gandon, Tim Catalano, Sam Rowan left to right, Alex Ford, Alejandro Lara, Kiyosuke Akiba, and Vince Garcia going around the horn third to first. Taylor Maldonado behind the plate, and of course Roger Motley III on the mound, who out of the chute has to deal with some trouble on the bases with the Steve Snowden leadoff single. First pitch to Gottlieb is looped in the right center. Rowan coming on, he dives, and it pops in and out of his glove. The center fielder Catalano there to back it up. Snowden able to dig into second. Almost a fantastic play from Rowan in right. Full extension on the dive. But it's back-to-back singles for the A's to start the first. Still no score.
Boy, I think he made that catch initially, and the ground, him hitting the ground made the ball come out. That's a shame. Really good effort.
So left on right the matchup. Ivan Sanchez settles in, hitting a .143, no extra base hits, 2 ribbies. The Blue Sox set up to turn 2. Ford still playing even with the bag at third. The first pitch from Motley showing bunt is Sanchez, and it's a good one towards third. Motley looks to third, and he has one play to first. A wide throw, but Garcia able to hold on to the bag. This might be the first sacrifice bunt we've seen all season. Definitely the first successful one. Second and third, one away for the A's.
Yeah, we've seen guys show and pull back, but we haven't seen anybody actually drop a sac bunt down, I don't think.
Now it'll be Nathaniel Lai. Lai comes in tied for the league lead in doubles with 5. Actually tied with Lara of the Blue Sox. Motley set, still working out the stretch, and a first pitch curveball is in on the outside corner. Lai, a large, lumbering human being, 6'7", 230, out of Kansas City, Minnesota. And the 0-1 is swung on and missed. Well, it turns out it is Missouri. It says Minnesota from what I'm reading. Oh, well. Seems surprising that they had a Kansas City, Minnesota anyway. 0-2 the count to Lai. The infield playing back. Second and third, one out, and the breaking ball misses outside. Lai hitting .263 overall with a couple RBIs. 0 for 2 with a run scored yesterday in the A's 6-1 loss to the Bombers. Long looking from Motley, and now he comes set. His 1-2 pitch, another curveball off the end of the bat and out of play to the right side. Back-to-back singles from Snowden and Gottlieb started the first for the A's. A sacrifice bunt from Sanchez, and here we stand, second and third, one out, bottom of the first, and no score. And Motley ready to go. Lai awaits with the yellow sleeves and the yellow batting gloves. The 1-2 again, down and in the dirt. Good athletic play from Maldonado going to his right.
And we've been saying it all year, Maldonado back there.
I was just getting ready to say myself.
We got a lot of good catchers in the league, obviously, but Maldonado, he's been good, especially defensively.
Well, and Motley with a new baseball. Lai with a slightly closed stance in the right-handed batter's box. Deep breath from Motley, and he deals the 2-2. That one's out to left. Bryson Gandy has it lined up, and he makes the grab. Snowden will tag. The throw comes to the plate. On the fly, did Maldonado make the tag? Yes, he did. Out is the call at the plate. The throw from Bryson Gandy was a little up the third base line, but it was such a strong throw, Maldonado had plenty of time to recover and make the tag, and to keep the A's off the board. Thanks to that El Paseo Jewelers web gem from Gandy, we're still scoreless through one full. We'll be right back on the CWL YouTube.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Top of the second in our first game of the day. No score between the A's and Blue Sox. 6, 7, and 8 coming up for Washington. Akiba, Ford, and Garcia. Well, and each team has threatened putting men on third base. Not able to push anything across. A moment ago, Bryson Gandy throwing a missile to the plate to record an out. First pitch from Whitmore is fouled at the plate by Kiyosuke Akiba. Akiba comes in, a .385 hitter. 1 double, 3 ribbies. Whitmore, who's working pretty steadily, deals her 0-1. Look out. Over the head of Akiba. Bit of a brushback. Well, she's ready to go again. The 1-1 in the top of the second. And that breaking ball gets in there for a strike. Took a bit off of it. 63 that time. Whitmore adjusts the ponytail and is set with the 1-2. Up and in again. 78 on that fastball. Outfield playing on the shallow side for Akiba. And Whitmore's 2-2 is rolled foul to the left side off the railing of the A's dugout. The Blue Sox come in, the league leader in hitting and OPS. And a curveball from Whitmore just outside. They'll load the count at 3-2. And the payoff pitch to start the second. It's a fastball that misses high. So Whitmore, who came in not having walked a single hitter, has walked 2 with no outs in the top of the second.
Well, you mentioned it looks like she's working a little bit quicker than normal. I don't know if you've noticed that, but maybe that's the reason why she's rushing a little bit.
The first pitch to Alex Ford is lined in the right center field. Devin McCary able to range over to make the play. Ford just got it a bit towards the end of the bat. 1 out in the top of the second, and it'll bring up Vince Garcia. Garcia, while he comes in hitting 167, he's 3 for his last 7 with 3 RBIs, so he's really picked up the pace. The A's set up to turn 2. Second baseman Sanchez playing shallow. Whitmore Slide step, popped up right around home plate, foul territory. Matt Nunn off with the mask, and he makes the catch. Now after the leadoff walk, a couple quick outs for Whitmore, and it brings up the 9th man, Xavier Manriquez. Manriquez, the designated hitter for the Blue Sox today. 1 for 14, no extra base hits, no RBIs. So he'll look to extend the top of the second for Washington. Still no score between the Blue Sox and A's. Big hole on the right side. And Kelsey's first pitch is a little high.
Well, that's how she's got to do it after getting the leadoff walk. You know, she's got to pepper the zone, and these guys are swinging. And
the 1-0, breaking ball. And Manriquez out in front, and a good block from Nunn. Also just taking another look at the San Bernardino Mountains in the distance. Looks like all the snow has melted after all the rain we had a week ago. Still fantastic. Whitmore set, and her 1-1 with 2 away. Another breaking ball. Manriquez waves and misses. Not close to any of those curves is Manriquez. As he steps out, digs back in, chokes up on the bat with the white batting gloves. Whitmore set, and her 1-2 with 2 outs is hit right back to the box softly. Whitmore tosses over the first. And a clean second inning for Whitmore. No runs, no hits, and a man left for Washington. And a nice round of applause from a pretty strong early morning crowd. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Still no score between the A's and Blue Sox.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Bottom of the second at Palm Springs Stadium. Still no score between Canada and Washington. 5, 6, 7 coming up for the A's. McCary, Chang, and Gabriel. Roger Motley III will get back to work on the mound after working around trouble in the first inning. A second and third, 1-out jam. A's not able to push anything across. Left on right the matchup. Motley set out of the stretch. A deep breath. And his first delivery is inside to McCary. Comes in hitting .227, a double, a triple, no RBIs. 7 walks, though, in 12 games. That's a pretty good number. The 1-0 from Motley misses outside. As the count moves to 2-0. So I think I mentioned this at the top of the broadcast, but Washington has clinched the #1 overall seed in the postseason with their walk-off win yesterday against the Lumberjacks. The 2-0 from Motley on the outer half for a called strike. So I'll have to double check. I'm pretty sure they're already matched up against the Palm Springs Power. Pretty sure they're locked into the 4 seed in the American Division. The 2-1 to start the bottom of the second is the breaking pitch in for a strike. And at least in the early going, Motley, where you've had to keep an eye on the walks throughout his starts, he's had good command with all of his pitches. As he set the 2-2. Slow roller on a couple hops. Motley up with it. Runs it halfway to first. Underhand toss and 1 out.
Well, I love that pitch. Painted right on the edge. It might have even been off the plate. But a great 2-strike pitch to get weak contact on.
That'll bring up the designated hitter, Chi-Yu Chang. With the Sox pulled up high. Choking up slightly on the bat, resting it on his shoulder as he waits for the first pitch from Roger Motley III. And here it is, late at a first pitch fastball. Chang comes in. A 200 hitter, no extra base hits, no RBIs. And the 0-1 from Roger Motley, a curveball in for a strike. Yeah, he's got both of those pitches working right now. No score, 1 out, nobody on, bottom of the second. As Motley stares in, now he comes set. Chang with a slightly open stance now. And the 0-2 is in the dirt. So on one hand, you have Whitmore, who's working lightning fast, even quicker than we're used to seeing. And Motley, a little more deliberate.
I'd like to see Motley throw that backdoor curve to the right-hander here. Starts out in the left-hander's batter's box, comes right in.
Looked like Vince Garcia quickly ran to the dugout and back to first for some reason. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball on the outside corner for a called strike 3.
There it is.
Much to Danny's approval. First punch out of the morning for Motley and 2 outs in the second.
I keep throwing that pitch. It starts, it's got a lot of break on it. It starts almost halfway in that left-hander's batter's box with Motley's arm angle starting way out there too.
And compared to the rest of the indie ball scene, we've seen the entire time, the stuff is not the issue with Motley, as the first pitch to Gabriel's a swing and a miss. Tuzod coming in 171, a double and 2 ribbies. Left on right the matchup. Gabriel waves the bat in front of home plate as Motley steps off. Wants Maldonado to go through the signs again. Now he's ready. The 0-1 with 2 away is a little outside. I like how Motley's picked his spots to go inside too. No score with 2 away in the bottom of the second. Next offering from Motley. Check swing doesn't matter as Gabriel goes around. 1-2 the count. And the A's playoff-wise still have a bit to play for. They come into today a full game behind MLB China, as China does own the tiebreaker. So they would need some help. And the 1-2 misses low. Well, in either way, the A's and MLB China will either play the Bombers or the Grizzly. The 2-2 pitch. Curveball, that's on the outside corner. Roger Motley III peppering with the fastball and the breaking pitch. Back-to-back strikeouts to end the second. We'll head to the top of the third. Still no score between the A's and Blue Sox.
Immerse yourself in the ultimate fan experience at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Stop by any of our 3 premier properties in the Coachella Valley to catch all of the games on our giant wraparound screens. See real-time scores on our giant LED sports ticker. Plus, enjoy exciting twists on all of your bar food favorites. Get your game on at 360 Sports in Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Kelsey Whitmore will get back to work for her 3rd inning on the mound for the A's. Still no score between Canada and Washington. And she'll face the Blue Sox order for a second time. Catalano, Rowan, and Gandy, the top third. Catalano popped out to short in his only at-bat. Tim Catalano, who came off the bench late, walked as a pinch hitter, hitting .348 overall. A couple doubles and 2 RBIs coming in. Whitmore out of the windup, first pitch curveball, and that catches the top of the zone.
Whitmore's got to be careful here. The second time through the order, these Blue Sox can hit.
And the 0-1, swung on, popped up again. Short center field. Foster comes trotting in and makes the two-handed catch. Well, and for now, Whitmore, 2 out of 2 times, Whitmore has kept the dangerous Catalano off base. Now it'll be Sam Rowan. He singled and reached second, made it to second on an error, stranded at third in the first. The first pitch to the right-hander is on the outside corner. Whitmore's fastball sitting about 78 right now. A deep breath, and she sets and fires. Breaking pitch, and Rowan comes up empty. Count moves to 0-2. No score, 1 out, nobody on for the Blue Sox in the top of the third. And the 0-2 pitch right off the back of Rowan. Nowhere for him to go. So 2 walks, now a hit batter for Whitmore. Uncharacteristic. Perhaps she's also trying to just pitch inside a little more than we've seen.
Well, yeah, so far, obviously, the 2 walks and the hit by pitch, but so far in this game, she's come back pretty well for someone who hasn't thrown a walk all year and had to deal with a guy on base.
First pitch to Bryson Gandy is down and in. The A's set up for a double play. Big hole on the right side with Lai holding the runner and the lefty Gandy at the plate. As he holds the bat up high, white sleeves and yellow batting gloves. There goes the runner. Pitch is swung on, line back through the middle, past Sanchez into center field. Rowan takes a turn to third. He's going to be held there as the throw goes into no man's land. The catcher none out to get it. And up to second is Gandy. So a base hit for Bryson Gandy, and we'll see how his advancement to second is scored. It'll likely be an error. Well, second and third and 1 out. A successful hit and run for Washington. And to think, the Blue Sox, well, both the Blue Sox and the A's among the bottom 3 in stolen bases. And now it's Laura. Second and third, 1 out. The first pitch from Kelsey Whitmore is a curveball on the outside corner. This is a familiar-looking territory. Rowan and Gandy were at second and third with 1 out in the first. Could not push anything across. The 0-1 out of the windup is outside.
That missed throw could become big in this one. No double play in order. Makes it a lot more difficult for Whitmore.
The infield for the A's opting to play back. Still no score, and the 1-1 is lined in the right center. Coming on is McCary. It's going to drop in for a hit. Devin McCary cuts it off in the alleyway. 2 runs are going to score for the Blue Sox. There's Gandy coming in, standing up. 2-run single for Alejandro Lara to extend his league lead in RBIs, and it's 2-0 Washington. And with that, the first earned runs given up by Kelsey Whitmore after 13 1/3 innings on the mound. And now it's Maldonado with Lara remaining at first, 1 away in the third. And he swings the first pitch and pops it up. Foul territory, right side lie towards the Blue Sox dugout. And that ball drops in the dugout. Nunn was there too. Well, it looks like no interference was called because he had the entire Blue Sox roster just sitting on the other side of the rail. Well, the home plate umpire, Billy Yeager, saying something to the bunch.
I would imagine he's at least saying that they got to get out of the way. You can stand there, but if a ball's coming anywhere over there, you got to give Lai an opportunity to make a catch.
And Lai, those 6'7", his 6'7" frame might have had a chance to reach into the dugout to make the catch. So 0-1 the count to Maldonado. Whitmore ready again. And the 0-1 swung on and lifted out of play, foul again into Sunrise Park. Brian, a big fan of the foul ball buttons. He got on my case once yesterday for not hitting it enough. I can respect it for keeping me honest. 0-2 the count to Maldonado. The Blue Sox have scored twice already, thanks to Lara. 2-0 in the top of the third. And the 0-2 pitch is rolled slowly foul up the third base line. Personally, on the foul ball stuff, when the ball hits the bleachers and rattles around, I usually never hit a sound effect button. Still 0-2 the count to Maldonado, who lined out sharply to third, his only at-bat. Kelsey set. Slide step, outside, snap throw to first, and not in time, as Lara goes back in on a head-first dive. Pretty good idea from none behind the plate. And once again, the Blue Sox, a team that does not run a whole lot. Only 12 stolen bases as Whitmore steps off. Lara only 1 stolen bag this season. The 0-2 again, swung on and missed. The first punch out of the morning for Kelsey Whitmore, now 2 outs in the top of the third. And Akiba will be the hitter. He walked his only time up in the second. 1 of 2 walks and a hit batter for Whitmore. Lara still at first. And the pitch is in the dirt, and it goes right through the 5-hole of the catcher Nunn to the backstop. Lara up to second. We'll see how that one's scored.
Well, that's going to be a pass ball for sure. Right under the legs. Wasn't a bad pitch.
Now a man in scoring position for Washington, and just to catch everybody up, a wild throw from McCary earlier in the inning to the infield will not go down as an error. Just an advancement of the base on a throw. Next pitch is outside to Akiba. 2-0 the count. First base is open with Alex Ford waiting on deck for what it's worth. Whitmore on the far first base side of the rubber. And the curveball. Akiba comes up empty. Bit of a hanger that time. Alejandro Lara, who delivered the 2-run single earlier in the inning, has a huge lead at second. Sanchez holding him on. And the 2-1 is swung on, looped into right. Lai going back on, is going to drop in for a fair ball. Lara's going to score. The ball gets away from McCary in right. And Akiba up to second with an RBI base hit. We'll see if they'll give him a single or a double. And there's the error on the board. So an RBI single for Akiba. Now 3-0 Blue Sox. Boy, whether it's hitting the ball hard or finding the holes, Blue Sox find all sorts of ways to score. 3-0 Washington. Ford now the hitter. And he swings the first pitch. That's ripped into center field. Diving attempt by Foster. And it kicks away from him and goes behind. McCary there to back it up. Into second is Ford. Akiba came around to score. 4 runs in the top of the third inning, and Washington leads 4-0. And there's a double from Ford. Coming off the bat, 86 miles an hour. A good effort from Foster. Looks like the ball might have bounced and hit him in the head. He looks to be fine. As time is called, here comes the manager, Paul Nochi. He brings the entire infield in. And you have the A's, who come in losing 6 in a row, winless in their last 8. 4 runs it looks very difficult to try and make up that ground. Still a lot of time, only the 3rd inning.
Well, plenty of time. But once these Blue Sox hitters get going, we've seen it all season. It's contagious in that dugout. And they're going to keep it going as long as they can.
As the meeting concludes, there's no action in the A's bullpen. This will be Kelsey's final game of the Winter League, so she won't be around for the playoffs. She'll be doing some coaching in Hawaii. That sounds pretty awesome. First pitch to Vince Garcia is swung on up the first base line, past the diving line, and it's going to go into the corner. Ford will come around to score. There's a lot of room out there. It kicks away from McCary. Garcia takes the turn to third. He's going to get in there standing up. RBI triple for Vince Garcia on a jam shot that went up the first base line. How about that? The Blue Sox dugout going crazy for Garcia. His first extra base hit of the season. And now he's riding a 3-game hit streak.
I don't know what's going on with McCary and Wright.
First pitch swung on and missed by Manriquez, who bounced out to the mound his only time up. The Blue Sox have scored 5 times in the top of the 3rd, and still a chance for more as they lead the A's 5-0. Whitmore out of the windup, and the curveball's in for a strike. I think that just deflected off the chain link fence down there.
Well, he's already got those 2 errors on those singles.
In the 0-2, Manriquez goes down looking on 3 pitches. Second strikeout by Whitmore, but the damage is done. 5 runs come across for the Blue Sox, aided by 5 hits. And the big blows, the Alex Ford double, Vince Garcia triple, and it got started. The league-leading hitter, Alejandro Lara, with a 2-run single. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd. The A's have some work to do, trailing the Blue Sox 5-0.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Roger Motley III will get back to work in the bottom of the 3rd with a 5-0 lead. He'll face the 8-9-1 hitters for Canada, Foster, Nunn, and Snowden. Left on left the matchup as Foster will dig in for his first at bat of the day. And the A's have some work to do. The Blue Sox exploded for 5 runs a moment ago. First pitch from Motley misses outside. And his command has been good. Motley has not walked anybody yet, at least through 2 innings. Trying to record a shutdown inning and do a little front running. Slightly open stance from Foster on the left side. The Sox pulled up high, and he swings and misses at the next pitch from Motley. Foster comes in hitting .290. One of the 2 leading hitters for Canada. The next pitch is up and inside. 82 on that heater from the long Roger Motley III. 3 doubles, a triple, and 3 RBIs for Demetrius Foster. And Motley set. Here's his 2-1. Breaking ball and misses low. So 3-1 the count. You definitely don't want to walk the leadoff man after you were just spotted the 5 spot.
Especially with the speed of Foster.
3-1 the count as Motley comes set. A deep breath, and he delivers way outside. It kicks off the glove of Maldonado to the backstop. So the first free pass of the day issued by Roger Motley leads off the third. And that will be the 9th man, Nunn, the catcher. Another left-handed batter in this A's lineup. Nunn hitting .250, no extra base hits, 2 RBIs, and 8 walks in 14 games. The A's have some guys who work the count pretty well. Blue Sox set up to turn 2. Nunn shows bunt, and he takes a curveball outside. The third baseman, Alex Ford, was charging, and Garcia at first just held his ground. And now Ford at the edge of the infield grass. And the 1-0, Nunn does not square, and he fouls it out of play to the left side towards the concession stands. Heads up, Sue. Now 1-1. The Blue Sox lead the A's 5-0. Foster at first after walking to start the third. No action in either bullpen. The 1-1, a little outside. Maldonado tried to bring that one back.
Well, Evan, it does make sense to see the A's bunting today, the first sacrifice bunt we've seen. Because like you said, they're actually having to play for something today.
A 2-1 slide step from Motley, outside again. Now 3-1 to Nunn after walking the leadoff man, Foster. And the Blue Sox once again locked in to the #1 overall seed. 3-1 as Motley comes set, and he deals, swung on, lifted out of play, foul again to the left side. Sue having a busy time over there. 3-2 the count to Nunn. Foster still at first. I doubt we will see Demetrius Foster take off with the A's trailing 5-0. Akiba and Lara pinched at the middle. And the 3-2 pitch. Curveball right there for a called strike 3. A nasty one from Motley. And his third punch out of the morning. That was a great pitch.
Yeah, great pitch and big strikeout. Gets one out there, and now the double play's in order.
So Steve Snowden will bat. Single to start the game. And thrown out the plate by Bryson Gandy, trying to score on a sacrifice fly. Left on left the matchup. First pitch is rolled slowly back towards the middle, and it's gloved by Lara. Takes the second himself, and the throw to first gets away. It's backed up nicely by Maldonado. So the fielder's choice for Snowden, now 2 outs in the third. So 6 unassisted for those keeping score at home, with Foster being retired. Probably wouldn't have had Snowden anyway, even with a good throw. Now it's the right-hander Jonathan Gottlieb. He's 1 for 1 with a hit in the first. So 2 outs, bottom of the third. The Blue Sox lead the A's 5-0. And the first pitch from Motley. And that curveball is perfect on the outer black. He really has that pitch working. Had a little bit of trouble the first 2 hitters this inning with the fastball, then went right to the breaker. And the 0-1. Fastball inside. It didn't miss by much, but Motley missed his spot. Now 1-1 as Gottlieb steps out. The flags are quiet all the way around. Virtually no clouds in sight. The 1-1, another curveball towards hole on the right side. That's going to leak into right for a hit. Snowden will stop at second as Rowan came up ready to fire. So the third hit of the morning for the A's puts men on first and second with 2 outs. And Gottlieb 2 for 2. And it's left to Ivan Sanchez. A sacrifice bunt his only time up in the first. The A's could use a hit just to try and chip away. Left on right the matchup. Sanchez with the maroon batting gloves and a curveball in for a strike. Motley doing an effective job pitching backwards in key spots. Snowden at second, Gottlieb at first, and Motley set to go. The 0-1 with 2 outs, curveball in the dirt, handled by Maldonado. Sanchez steps out, gathers himself. Close stance in the right-handed batter's box. Slightly choked up. Motley set at the belt, deals, and Sanchez goes after a high fastball. Now behind 1-2. The outfield playing medium deep for Washington. So a hit should score Snowden. Motley at the far third base side of the rubber comes set. Trying to work out of a jam. The 1-2 with 2 outs. Fouled to the screen. Sanchez barely got a piece of it off the end of the bat. We have a really good crowd for this first game. Can't wait to see what the second one looks like. Longer looking for Motley. First and second, 2 outs. The A's trailing 5-0, bottom of the third. Motley checks the runner once, and the 1-2 pitch swung on and missed by Sanchez. So Motley able to work around a walk and a base hit. He leaves 2 in the third. He's up to 4 strikeouts. To the top of the fourth we go. The Blue Sox 5 and the A's nothing. We're set for the top of the fourth in our first game of the day. The Blue Sox lead the A's 5-0. Kelsey Whitmore will get back to work on the mound after allowing 5 in the third. She'll face Catalano, Rowan, and Gandy. The top of the order, and her first pitch is on the outside corner to Tim Catalano. Washington batted around in the third to plate 5. Whitmore still working fast, misses low. Looked like the changeup coming in at 72. Catalano 0 for 2 with a couple fly ball outs. 1-1 curve, misses high. Whitmore definitely does not need a pitch clock, as she's working lightning fast. The 2-1 check swing misses high. I'm going to get a timer on her, because this might be the quickest I've seen any pitcher work all winter. Whitmore set with the 3-1 out of the windup, and another fly ball from Catalano. This one to short left. Oh, and nobody makes the call on it. It falls between Gabriel and Snowden. What in the world? The defensive issues continue for the A's outfield. It has to go down as a base hit. The 7th one of the morning for Washington.
Well, the big reason why Whitmore's been doing so good is because she pitches to contact and her defense has been playing great when she's on the mound. Today's a different story for sure.
Now it's Sam Rowan. He's 1 for 1. And the first pitch to him is on the outside corner. Whitmore takes a moment to adjust her ponytail and takes a deep breath. Slowing down a little with the man on first. Catalano runs well, and there he goes. Pitch is swung on through the vacant hole on the right side for a hit. Catalano going to third. The throw comes into second base. The second successful hit and run for the Washington Blue Sox. And it's first and third, nobody out, thanks to the back-to-back singles from Catalano and Rowan.
I love that approach there from Rowan. Knowing exactly what's going to happen there, knowing that the second baseman's going to go over to cover, trying to get that to the right side, and he did.
First pitch to Bryson Gandy is on the outside corner. Well, that pitch was well off the plate. Gandy singled and scored in the third, walked in the first. First and third, nobody out for Washington, already leading 5-0. And that next pitch is lifted in the short left. Snowden comes sprinting in. Catalano there to tag, and he's just going to draw the throw as it comes into the plate. Way too shallow for Tim Catalano to try to score. Now 1 out in the top of the fourth. As Alejandro Lara will bat. Sport Clips are the pros in men's hair. They have cutting-edge stylists and hairstyles to give you a championship haircut. Make sure to check out their signature haircut service, the MVP Haircut Experience, which includes a precision haircut, hot towel, massaging shampoo, and neck and shoulder treatment. Whitmore's first pitch to Lara is in for a strike. So a bloop single from Catalano thanks to a misplay or a miscommunication in left field and the hit and run from Rowan. First and third, 1 out in the dirt. And that hit from Sam Rowan was right at Ivan Sanchez's original spot, a surefire double play ball. I love me some hit and runs. You don't see it much anymore. The 1-1, and there goes Rowan. The pitch is swung on and lifted into center. Demetrius Foster there. It's pretty deep, so Catalano will tag and score. Retreating to first is Rowan. The throw comes into second base, and it's now 6-0 Washington. That ball carried a lot better than I thought it was going to. And the third RBI of the day for Lara, who already came into play leading the league in RBIs. Taylor Maldonado will bat. He's 0 for 2. Sam Rowan remains at first. And Whitmore set. First pitch swinging is Maldonado, and that's popped up in the short right. McCary didn't see it right away. Now he comes running in, and he slides. So does Sanchez. And was the ball caught? And the first base umpire, Jeremy Gaskin, out to make the out call. And it looks like McCary's still down on the ground. Well, one of the athletic trainers will surely come out to tend to him. The A's players heading out to take a look at him. We'll step aside for just a moment, guys, and give you an update on McCary. Well, as you might be able to see on the screen, good for all of us and good for Devin McCary. He's able to get up, and he's trotting off the field. A big relief to see that. So we'll head to the bottom of the fourth. The Blue Sox leading the A's 6-0.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Roger Motley III back out to work the bottom of the 4th inning. His Blue Sox leading the A's 6-0. Ladies and gentlemen, on this date, February 13th, 1974, an esteemed gentleman known as Cool Papa Bell was named to the Hall of Fame by the Special Committee on the Negro Leagues. Bell started in the Negro Leagues as a pitcher. He was moved to center field to take advantage of all the speed he provided, and he helped the St. Louis Stars and Homestead Grays win 3 titles apiece. As Motley finishes his warm-up pitches, he'll face Lai McCary and Chi-Yu Chang, the DH. Heart of the order for Canada. You know, it's interesting to see, Danny, that we're getting to the point where guys who we grew up watching play they're up for and getting elected to the Hall of Fame now. Motley's first pitch to Lai is hit hard but foul down the left field line towards the batting cages.
Yeah, it definitely feels weird to see those players that we watched when we were kids be elected, and it's kind of like watching college football players or college basketballs play, and you're older than them now. It's kind of weird.
The 0-1, check swing, curveball misses low. 1-1 to start the bottom of the 4th. Washington lead Canada 6-0. Like, I got a kick out of seeing Todd Helton, the Rocky, one-time Rocky, get elected. Check swing on the fastball, and no swing, says Jeremy Gaskin. Lai was also quick to ask for an appeal. And I just found out that Peyton Manning was Todd Helton's backup quarterback at University of Tennessee. I couldn't believe that. The 2-1, swung on and missed by Lai.
And also, there's a lot of pro players now in the NBA and even in the MLB that are younger than us.
That's a good point. Does feel odd to see. The 2-2 is swung on and missed by Lai. 5th strikeout of the morning for Roger Motley. One away in the 4th, Devin McCary will hit. Yeah, Major League Baseball doesn't feel quite as crazy yet. Just it's a naturally older league than the NBA and NFL.
I didn't know that about Todd Helton either, though. He just gave us 2 history lessons there.
There we go. Yeah, sometimes social media is good for something. As McCary steps out, now Motley's ready to go.
Did Helton play at Tennessee, or was he just on the team and decided to play baseball?
No, he played. McCary swings the first pitch, hits it pretty well down the left field line. Gandy giving chase, and he makes the grab in foul territory, drifting into the corner. Bryson Gandy, have yourself a day defensively. His second nice play of the day. 2 away in the 4th, and nobody on base.
That's one of the hardest catches for a left fielder to make. And he's got speed out there.
But no, Todd Helton, he played, and at least for, I'm going to figure it out now, at least for one season, if not longer, Peyton Manning was the backup quarterback for Todd Helton. So Chi-Yu Chang, the hitter, he struck out his only at bat, and he takes outside. Let's see, you got to love the internet. How many years did Todd Helton play quarterback for Tennessee? Outside, 2-0 to Chang. Wikipedia, because that's always the best way to go. Not too many words. 2-0 the count, nobody on base, 2 outs, and that's at the knees for a strike. Blue Sox lead the A's 6-0.
If only there was a...
Well, here's an article from CBS. This should tell me exactly what I need to see. A 2-1, a wave and a miss by Chang, now 2-2.
If only there was a college football reference, like baseball reference.
That would make it so much easier. So let's see. Helton was initially the backup, and then there was an injury with the guy above him. As that's on the inside corner for a called strike 3. Roger Motley now up to 6. As he works 4 shutout innings against the A's. He has been very sharp. We'll go to the top of the 5th, and we'll have an answer about the Helton and Manning timeline at Tennessee when we come back.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Top of the 5th, everybody. I'm Evan Schmeizer, joined by Danny Machaj. Kelsey Whitmore back out to work the 5th. So she's going to get her full workload today. She'll face Akiba, Ford, and Garcia. Her first pitch is swung on and lifted in the center. It's fairly well hit. Looks like Foster has a beat on it, and he makes the running catch going into the right center field alleyway. 1 pitch, 1 out in the 5th. Blue Sox lead the A's 6-0. And we have an answer about the Todd Helton, Peyton Manning quarterback situation at Tennessee. So Peyton Manning's freshman year in 1994, he was the 3rd stringer behind Jerry Colquitt and Todd Helton. First pitch outside to Ford. And Colquitt had a knee injury on opening day for the Volunteers, which made Helton the quarterback. But then after 3 games for Helton, as Ford takes outside again 2-0, he had a knee injury. So Peyton Manning then became the starter, and it looks like that was the case from there on out. As Ford lifts that one into left, slicing away from Snowden. He can't get it. It gets past him. Steve Snowden misjudged it. So Ford will get into second with his 2nd double of the day. A ball that was just sliced out to left. Now 9 hits as we stand in the 5th for the league-leading offense in the Blue Sox. Vince Garcia will be the hitter. Still no action in the A's bullpen.
I would assume Helton played baseball at Tennessee, though.
Oh, of course. And he got healthy to hit 407 with a 775 slugging that year. Vince Garcia takes outside. Vince tripled home run into the right field corner his last time up. 6-0, the Blue Sox lead the A's. Whitmore set with Ford at second and 1 out. On the outside corner, 1-1. Well, now we have a couple guys who just walked down to the A's bullpen. Who could it be? Brett Elmer. Yep, he's stretching out down there. Up and in from Whitmore, 2-1. But as far as the Hall of Fame stuff is concerned, my favorite player of all time, Chase Utley, was on the ballot for the first time this year. He's one of those interesting cases where the analytics guys love him on the outside corner 2-2, but the old school guys would be likely to say that he just doesn't have a big enough body of work because of all the knee injuries in the middle of his prime. Two and two the count. A huge lead from Ford, and he takes off for third. The pitch misses outside, and no throw. 3-2 the count. Well, Danny, what do you think? Should a guy who has less than 2,000 hits this day and age make it to the Hall of Fame?
I think Todd Helton belongs in there.
The 3-2 pitch swung on and missed by Garcia. Now, wait a minute. Does Todd Helton, how many hits did he have in his career? I would assume he made it to 2,000.
Oh, you were talking about Chase Utley.
Well,
who hit under 2,000?
Yeah, that case he does.
Okay.
I'm talking about in general. Should a guy who has less than 2,000 hits make it to the Hall of Fame this day and age? So it was more of a general question. Whitmore's first pitch to Manriquez in for a strike.
Well, I think there's too many complicated things that can happen in an individual's career to determine if they should be in the Hall of Fame more than just hits.
The 0-1 is hit foul. The Blue Sox lead the A's 6-0. 2 outs, top of the fifth, 4 to third. And for what it's worth, Helton had 2,500 hits.
Okay, I was like, Helton didn't have 2,000 hits, but.
The 0-2 with 2 away, misses high. So the argument for a lot of these newer school analytics guys would just be the impact that a certain player had during his prime. The 1-2 pitch is hit foul at the third base line past JJ. And combined with some intangibles and, depending on the player, some postseason heroics. It's a fun debate. Oh, it's fun to keep track of. The 1-2 is a little outside again. Now I wonder how many players with less than 2,000 hits have made it to the Hall of Fame in the modern era. The 2-2 from Whitmore is back to the middle, kicks off the leg of Kelsey, goes out to shortstop. It's picked up by Jonathan Gottlieb, and safe is the call at first. Gottlieb did all he could on that ball that deflected off of Kelsey Whitmore's leg. Time is called. Paul Nochi coming out. The ball was not hit sharply off the bat. As Kelsey takes a short walk around the mound, the entire infield comes in. It's 7-0 Blue Sox as Ford came across the plate. Now Kelsey looks to be all right, so that's good. Paul's already walking off the mound as Brett Elmer continues to loosen in the bullpen.
I think luckily that ball hit her in the hard part of the heel on her cleat. You could kind of hear the noise of the ball hitting the cleat. So that's the best place it could have hit her. Besides the glove, obviously.
That we definitely agree on. So it's the leadoff man, Catalano. He'll bat with Manriquez aboard at first. First pitch swinging is Catalano, and he waves at a breaking ball. So let's see. I need an official list of this. Catalano takes a strike 0-2. For Hall of Fame players who have not had 2,000 hits.
That aren't pitchers.
So, yes, of course. In the 0-2, the runner takes off, and that's looped into the bleachers foul. So it looks like, at least according to this Sports Illustrated article, that there has not been a position player to make the Hall of Fame without 2,000 hits in over 60 years. As that's lined into center field, Foster closes on it well into right center and makes the catch. So the Blue Sox add another run in the fifth as they lead the A's 7-0. To the bottom half of the fifth we go. We'll be right back on the CWL YouTube.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Hey Power Baseball fans, looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Bottom of the fifth on the CWL YouTube. Roger Motley III will go back out for the fifth. To keep up to date with everything California Winter League, follow us on social media. Find us on Facebook and Instagram at California Winter League and on Twitter at Cal Winter League, or visit our website at californiawinterleague.com. Blue Sox still lead the A's 7-0. And we can confirm about position players who have made the Hall of Fame with less than 2,000 hits. It's actually has not happened in 67 years. Tuzad Gabriel, Demetrius Foster, and Matthew Nunn will be the A's hitters, bottom third of the lineup.
So who's the last one to do it?
Oh,
does it say?
Got to check that one now. Motley's first pitch is on the outside corner.
Really going into a rabbit hole here.
Yeah, this is interesting. The last player to make the Hall of Fame with less than 2,000 hits. Motley's set to go, 0-1 the count. Way outside, 1-1. Brett Elmer continues to throw in the A's bullpen. Well, so Danny, in that case, knowing how it would almost set a new precedent if a guy like Utley made it to the Hall of Fame with less than 2,000 hits, outside again 3-0. Are you in that? Do you think you would put yourself in that camp that would automatically disqualify him for having less than 2,000, knowing what we know now?
Definitely not. I think Chase Utley should eventually get in. At least I do.
Interesting. He's my favorite player ever, so I'm not. My bias would not help in saying whether he should get in or not. The 3-0 misses up and away. Thought that was ball 4. Looks like Gabriel doesn't seem to mind. Did you have ball 4, Danny, on your end?
I did.
So now the 3-0 is hit pretty well into left. Bryson Gandy goes back. He has room a few steps shy of the track, and he makes the catch, 1 out. Well, that was odd. Demetrius Foster will be the hitter.
Motley will take it.
Yeah, Motley will definitely take it. He's been really good. So, looks like Jackie Robinson made it to the Hall with less than 2,000 hits, but I wonder if he was the last one. Left on left, the matchup. The Blue Sox lead the A's 7-0. Breaking ball in for a strike. Boy, Motley's had that pitch working all morning long.
I think if you're a guy like Jackie Robinson, who didn't really have a long career, and you play as well as he did, you should get in.
The 0-1 is hit foul up the first base line. Well, and part of that also is he spent some time in the Negro Leagues first.
Right.
Like, he didn't debut
True.
until he was 26 with the
Right.
Dodgers. Yeah, 1,563 hits for Robinson. So I wonder if he was the last one.
That's still pretty good in the amount of time he played.
Oh, it's amazing. The 0-2 with 1 out is lined past the diving shortstop Laura in the center field for a hit. Laura was not even in the picture. Then all of a sudden, he had a good chance of making that play. So the 4th hit of the day for the A's, and a 1-out base runner in the 5th. Still trailing the Blue Sox 7-0. Matthew Nunn will bat. Well, if Jackie Robinson wasn't the last guy with less than 2,000 hits to make the Hall, then it's got to be close to that time frame where he got elected. Retired in 1956. So, haven't looked it up yet, but it's got to be in the 60s when he was put into the Hall. First pitch in the dirt. Oh, right through the 5-hole of Taylor Maldonado. Foster up to second. Will probably go down as a pass ball. As Motley gets a new baseball as he walks back atop the mound. Let's see, when was Jackie Robinson elected to the Hall of Fame? And Motley now said, yeah, 1962. Robinson was elected to the Hall as Motley misses outside. Now 2-0 the count with 1 out in the 5th. Yeah, so that happened pretty quickly. 1962 elected to the Hall of Fame. I'm going to assume Robinson was the last guy with less than 2,000 hits. 2-1 the count. That pitch called a strike. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's one over the next 9 years, that specific case with Chase Utley only with 1,800 plus hits, whether he gets in or not. The 2-1 with 1 out is a curveball that misses in the dirt again. 3-1 the count. And Motley, got to give him credit. The walks were something to keep an eye on coming in. Has only issued 1 free pass as we sit with 1 out in the 5th. Doing a good job front running, at least for now, leading 7-0. And the 3-1 called a strike. Nunn was ready to toss the bat aside. Now 3-2. Foster at second after singling and advancing on the pass ball. Now a couple of the bullpen flags now showing some life. Breeze coming in from right field. The 3-2 is rolled slowly over to second. Akiba handles the tough hop, tosses the first. Up to third is Foster. Now 2 outs in the 5th. And it's the leadoff man, Snowden. Singled in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. The A's trail the Blue Sox 7-0 on the second to last day of the regular season. A collective off day on Thursday for teams to practice. Make sure the pitching rotations are lined up. And the quarterfinals are set for Friday. Way outside on the first pitch from Motley. And we do not know as of right now whether we'll have which American matchups or which international matchups will be at the stadium or not. But it'll be 4 games on Friday, 2 at the turf, 2 right here on the CWL YouTube, and then 2 games right here on Saturday. As that's lifted out of play, foul, and a grunt from Snowden. Still remaining 10 a.m. and 12:30 Pacific time start times, and the 9-inning championship on Sunday at noon. 1-1 the count, 2 away. Foster at third. The A's trying to get on the board as they trail 7-0. Motley steps off and now re-engages. He comes set, working out the stretch exclusively. Boy, he has that curveball working. In for a strike. Whenever Roger Motley has run into any kind of danger, he's whipped out the breaking ball. 1-2 the count to Snowden. Motley trying to pick up his 7th strikeout. A long look in as he comes set. And the 1-2. That one's hit hard back towards the middle, past the lunging Akiba into center field. The A's are on the board as Foster crosses the plate. Snowden now 2 for 3 with that RBI knock. Well, the A's still have some work to do, now trailing 7-1 with 7 outs to play with. Jonathan Gottlieb will bat. He's 2 for 2. Still no action in the Blue Sox bullpen. Brett Elmer has stopped throwing for the A's. I would assume he'll come in to pitch the 6th for Canada. Gottlieb swings the first pitch and ropes it just past Paul Nochi down the third base line. So 0-1 the count. Have there been any Cubs players from your childhood, Danny, who have been elected to the Hall recently?
Ryan Sandberg.
Oh, yeah, there's him.
Kind of a while ago.
Still a legend.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
0-1 in for a strike. It's another Philly, too.
Yep. I have his jersey from the 1990 All-Star game.
That's impressive.
Yep. Not the one he wore. Just the replica
gotcha.
with the patch on it.
That's still cool,
I'm
though.
sure he still has that one.
Yeah. I was about to say, how'd you get that? The 0-2 with 2 away is a little high.
He's also a part of my bobblehead collection, too.
Not bad.
Mostly Chicago sports.
Understandable.
Mostly Cubs, couple Bulls, Blackhawks, and just one Bears. I only got Ditka.
A good one, though. The 1-2 is lined on one hop. Oh, awkward hop. Akiba stays with it and throws out Gottlieb. That ball spun and actually went behind Akiba, so a really good play. And we're through 5 full at Palm Springs Stadium. The A's are able to get on the board, still trailing the Blue Sox 7-1.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Top of the 6th in the first game of our doubleheader. Blue Sox lead the A's 7-1. Brett Elmer takes over on the mound for Canada. Don't miss all the home runs, stolen bases, and sunshine at the California Winter League this weekend. Take advantage of weekend promos with Canada Day Fridays, where Canadian residents get in the ballpark for just $5. On Saturday, enjoy $3 draft beers. Then Sunday is Family Day, brought to you by Jack in the Box, with free admission for kids 12 and under and $5 discounted admission for all adults and seniors. Visit CaliforniaWinterLeague.com for more information and the stadium box office for tickets. So the day for Kelsey Whitmore is done after 5. Brett Elmer, the new pitcher, and he has been great. Another guy to help anchor this league-leading A's pitching staff, still coming in with the lowest team ERA. Elmer 0-1, a .80 earned run average, his 6th game. 5 of them coming out of the bullpen. 8 2/3, 14 strikeouts, only 5 walks. So he'll likely try to finish off this ball game. And he'll face the 2, 3, 4 hitters for Washington, Rowan, Gandy, and Lara. And once again, everybody, keep in mind that 12:30 will be the start of our next game between the Chill and the Power. Well, 12:30 depending on when this game concludes. The breeze has calmed down. Still no action in either team's bullpen, so good chance we'll see Motley come back out for the 6th. And he's been great. Elmer out of the stretch, short leg kick. And the first pitch is way outside. It goes to the backstop. So 1-0 the count to Rowan, who is 2 for 2 today. Swings at that one and lifts it in the left center field. It's fairly well hit. Demetrius Foster into the alleyway, and he makes the catch a few steps shy of the track. So a fairly loud first out, and it brings up Bryson Gandy. Gandy 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the 3rd, walked in the 1st. Blue Sox on their way to winning their 11th consecutive game. Right on left the matchup, and Elmer deals a strike on the outside corner, 83 on that heater. And according to the Blue Sox manager Jimmy Johnson, in his entire professional career managing, might be the longest winning streak he's ever had. Swung on and missed by Gandy. Remembers a handful of 9-game win streaks that he was a part of, but can't pull out a 10-game win streak, let alone likely 11, barring something interesting over the next 2 innings. Fouled into the screen, the count remains 0-2. And so once again, the final line for Kelsey Whitmore, who went the first 5 innings. She allowed 7 runs, 4 of them earned. On 10 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and a hit batter. Inside 1 and 2. So didn't have her best stuff today. Obviously the only time we've seen her get hit around at all. But battled, some bad luck behind her on some defensive plays. Some going down as errors, some still going down as no plays. And a strikeout. So Gandy goes down, 2 up, 2 down in the 6th. Alejandro Lara will bat. Lara's recorded 3 RBIs, a 2-run single in the 3rd, a sacrifice fly his last time up in the 4th. Elmer trying to pitch a 1-2-3 6th inning coming out of the pen. Right on right the matchup. And Elmer deals at the knees for a strike. Another perfect day in Palm Springs. And the air's dried out a little bit too after a very humid week. Well, coming off a very humid week. And the 0-1 is foul tipped into the glove of none. Virtually no clouds in the sky. And you can never get tired of staring out at the San Bernardino Mountains. Less than a week remaining of this view between me, Danny, and Brian. Taking it all in. The 0-2 with 2 outs, misses low.
Yeah, definitely going to miss the sun shining on those mountains up there.
With an off day on Thursday, that leaves 4 days after this of this view on game day. Down and away, 2-2. Couple of cute-looking dogs making their way into the ballpark with their trusty owners. Oh, they're Brian's. Brian's family's in town. As Elmer steps off. Let's see, there's one bigger one. Is that a shepherd, Brian? Yep, it's a German shepherd. And, well, I don't know, is the little one just a baby shepherd? As the 2-2 is rolled on the ground to short. Big hop handled by Gabriel. And he fires across just in time. Good stretch by Lai. That retires the side in the 6th. And, well, I'll get you guys up to speed on what the little dog is next to Brian's German shepherd. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. 7-1 Blue Sox over the A's.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Bottom of the 6th inning at Palm Springs Stadium. The A's down to their final 6 outs. Roger Motley III back out to work the 6th inning. Boy, how good has he been. Just the 1 run allowed, scattering 5 hits, 6 strikeouts, and only 1 walk as we stand. That is the big one. Tremendous day. Sanchez, Lai, and McCary, 3, 4, 5 will be the hitters. And I can confirm the second dog in Brian's family's group that's joining the German Shepherd is a Beagle mix. A little bit of Terrier in there, and the little guy is full grown. So big dog and a little dog. Danny's got a good set of dogs back home. First pitch to Sanchez on the outside corner.
Yeah, I got a couple golden retrievers. Always had goldens in my family. Excited to see them.
Yeah, my mom and dad have a golden back home who just turned a year old. Fouled straight back. Well, I've gone through Death Valley, the national park, a couple times with my travels in California. And so with that reference point, my mom now describes the backyard as Death Valley. The dog's very well trained. As the 0-2 misses inside, but digging holes. That's, we haven't figured that one out yet. And he does like to steal water bottles and lunches from construction workers. Breaking ball misses high. So we have construction on 2 houses right next to us. So 2-2 the count. It turns out we actually have a pinch hitter at the plate. Swung on and missed by the pinch hitter. So Chi Yu Cheng does go down on strikes. So 1 away in the 6th. Nathaniel Lai will bat. Yep, gotta love man's best friend. Motley set with 1 out in the 6th. The Blue Sox leading 7-1. And Lai lines that one into left for a hit. So he's 1 for 3, 6th hit of the day for the A's as a team. And it brings up Devin McCary. Still nobody up in the Blue Sox bullpen. Alex Ford during the break at least walked out there. There's nobody out there right now. Unless they're hiding between the fence and the bench out of our eyesight. McCary takes at the knees for a strike. And over the course of this final week of the season, we'll expect to see more and more family members of players and staff alike. The 0-1 with 1 out is rolled on the ground to short and over the glove of Laura into left field. So back-to-back singles for Canada puts men on first and second. Lara, very short-handed, just took a bad hop on him as he was trying to range to his right. Well, and looks like Jerry Johnson will pick up a bat and hit. So he takes over in the 6th spot. It was already the designated hitter's position. Canada trails 7-1. An opportunity here to make some more inroads. Left on right the matchup, and Johnson takes low. So, Danny, you still think the Blue Sox are your favorites going through the postseason?
I think so. I don't know. Those Bombers, though, I think it's either going to be the Blue Sox, Bombers, or Grizzly.
And the 1-0 from Motley, way inside, as Johnson scoots out of the way. So you don't think the Lumberjacks will be able to take out the Blue Sox?
I don't know. I don't think so. If the Blue Sox can string together more than a hit, that's when they go off like they did today, and I think if they could do that against anybody they play, then they will win.
Motley set. Here's the 2-0 on the outside corner, 2-1. Part of it also is, so Reckers is going to pitch today. We don't think he'll go super deep into the game, but you wonder when he'll be available during the playoffs, if at all. The 2-1 on the outside corner again, 2-2 to the pinch hitter Jerry Johnson. I mean, McGee's been awesome, and really encouraging to see Motley with such a good start. And, of course, there's Reckers. So you're wondering who's going to be the starter in that first game on Friday as Johnson fouls it back. Well, McGee pitched yesterday. He went 3 innings. Xingming Pong has worked exclusively out of the bullpen. Of course, there's Motley today. And the 2-2 curveball misses high, 3-2 the count. Blue Sox lead the A's 7-1. Motley, who started, still working with 1 out in the 6th. Lai at second, McCary at first after back-to-back hits. Probably be Pentecost who starts on Friday. Foul tipped at the plate. Yeah, the last time David Pentecost pitched was on Friday. He went the distance in that one. Complete game shutout. Yeah, probably going to be David Pentecost, the starter on Friday. Seems to be that's how it lines up. Maybe Reckers will be available on Saturday if the Blue Sox advance. Off the hands, rolled slowly back to the middle, picked up by Akiba at second, flips over there for 1, and in time to first for a 4-6-3 double play. Roger Motley III, the storyline today. 6 innings in his start, a single earned run. Not sure if he'll be done for the day. He gets some very encouraging fist bumps. Fantastic today was Motley. We'll go to the 7th. Blue Sox 7, the A's 1.
Immerse yourself in the ultimate fan experience at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Stop by any of our 3 premier properties in the Coachella Valley to catch all of the games on our giant wraparound screens. See real-time scores on our giant LED sports ticker. Plus, enjoy exciting twists on all of your bar food favorites. Get your game on at 360 Sports in Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Top of the last in our first game of the day, the Blue Sox lead the A's 7-1. Brett Elmer will get back to work after pitching a 1-2-3-6 inning coming out of the bullpen. He'll face Maldonado, Akiba, and Ford. At least those are the scheduled hitters. And Roger Motley III, I think he'll come back out for the 7th. Nobody up in the Washington bullpen. Elmer, who works out of the stretch, is set, and the first pitch is in the dirt to Maldonado. Taylor is 0 for 3. Has not joined in yet on the 10-hit parade from Washington. As Maldonado steps out, likely to give his backstop mate Matthew Nunn a few extra moments. Might have to take my jacket off, starting to warm up.
I just took mine off a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, feeling good. Perfect day in the middle of February in the desert. Maldonado swings and misses at the next one, 1-1 the count. Well, you see the power guys all hitting down in the left field batting cages. Chill, I'm sure they were doing their thing in the right field cages. 1-1, down and in, 2-1 the count. It's, especially the way the Blue Sox have their pitching lined up. with how well Pentecost has been doing, and if Rutgers starts on Saturday, should they advance. It seems like it'd be a big upset if somebody were to take them out in the international or in the American division. 3-1 the count to Maldonado. Although you got to keep in mind, the Blue Sox and North Stars last year had the 2 worst records, and yet they made it to the final. Outside, a leadoff walk to Maldonado. First base runner that Elmer's allowed out of the pen. 7-1 Blue Sox lead the A's. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Blue Sox. 1 run, 7 hits, 2 errors for Canada. Kosuke Akiba, the hitter. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI single, a run scored in the third. The A's are set to turn 2. And Akiba swings and misses at the first offering. And barring something crazy happening in the last of the 7th, with the A's losing today, that should cement them as the 4th seed in the international division. 0-2 the count to Akiba. So MLB China will be the 3 seed. I don't know. China's an interesting bunch. It depends on how they are on the given day. Outside, it goes to the backstop. Maldonado up to second on the wild pitch. Especially if China they'll have things lined up with their 2 aces on the mound. If they play good defense, that's really the big question mark. I could see them giving the Grizzly or Bombers a headache in that opening round. 1-2, the count. Elmer's set. And that pitch is hit hard on one hop under the glove of Gottlieb into left field. Maldonado will go station to station. He'll stop at third. The 11th hit of the day for the Blue Sox. First and third, nobody out. And the Bombers come into today. Pretty sure it's a full game. They're in front of the Grizzly. The ties just make things a little more difficult to deal with standings. Pretty sure the Bombers' magic number is down to 1, though. Ford swings the first pitch, and he pops it up. Left side, and Jonathan Gottlieb makes the call on the catch. 1 out in the top of the 7th. And Vince Garcia will hit for himself. 1 for 3 with an RBI triple in the third. Yeah, especially if MLB China, Guoji Gunja, or Zhao Luan have some chances with men on base. First pitch in the dirt. That'd probably be my biggest upset alert. The MLB China against probably the Grizzly. That's likely what that matchup would be, although it's not set yet. 1-1 on the outside corner. Especially if whoever China throws out there can keep the Grizzly offense at bay. The 1-1 with men on first and third. Garcia late at a heater. 7-1 Blue Sox lead the A's. 1 out, top of the 7th. The A's will have one more chance. Elmer said the infield set up to turn 2, and the 1-2 delivery in the dirt. It kicks off the shin guard of Nunn. Up to second goes Akiba. So now second and third, 1 out. The A's will play the infield back, trailing by 6. And that's probably my biggest upset alert. And the Blue Sox, they'll play the power. I'm pretty sure that matchup is already locked in. Outside 3-2. And that sets up the Lumberjacks with the chill. That could be actually, now that I think about it, that could be a really dangerous first game. If you put Trey Valka out there against the Blue Sox. The 3-2 with 1 out, swung on and missed. Garcia goes down, 2 outs in the 7th. I know Valka wasn't sharp his last time out, but on these in these single elimination playoff situations, just having an ace, it's a great equalizer. Yeah, that could be an interesting first game. A very interesting first game. First pitch on the outside corner to Xavier Manriquez. 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the 5th.
I like your prediction with China in that possible upset.
The 0-1 is looped towards the right side, caught out of the air by Lai at first, and that retires the side. So a couple base runners for the Blue Sox. They otherwise go down quietly. We'll head to the last of the 7th. The A's trailing the Blue Sox 7-1.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
The last of the 7th inning in our first game of the day. The A's trail the Blue Sox 7-1. And guess who's back on the mound? One Roger Motley III, trying to finish off a complete game effort. And he has been masterful throughout. Also, as we were talking about the playoffs, I do have an update for everybody. So the Bombers took home a 7-4 win on the turf to start the day out there. So they are now officially locked in as the number 1 seed in the International Division. So it'll be the Bombers and the A's, barring a 6-run outburst here in the 7th, and the Grizzly and MLB China. First pitch misses way inside to Tuzad Gabriel. Bottom of the order for the A's, Gabriel, Foster, and Nunn spots. Nobody up in the Blue Sox bullpen. This is Motley's game. Working out the stretch, glove at the belt, and the 1-0 is roped foul past Paul Nochi at the third base coach's box. Roger Motley III. Just 1 earned run allowed and 1 walk through 6. Now, if he can remember what this outing has felt like, then he could have a lot of success in indie ball. Inside 2-1. Especially a long guy, a left-hander. You can never have enough pitching at the indie ball ranks or even A ball. And lefties at that. 2-1 the count to Gabriel. And Motley delivers. That's fouled right past us. 2-2 the count to start the 7th. So, Danny, what would you say would be your biggest upset alert as far as a first-round matchup is concerned? We were talking about how China could be dangerous in a matchup with the Grizzly. As the 2-2 is lifted into short right. Sam Rowan comes on. He makes the call and the catch. 1 out in the 7th. And, of course, assuming Valka starts for the Power against the Blue Sox.
Well, I do like the MLB China, I think, is the most likely, like you said. You know, they've impressed us all year. They've had a rough last week and a half, but they got good hitters and a few good pitchers. They might be able to go pretty far.
Left on left the matchup. Demetrius Foster takes outside. 7-1 Blue Sox. Washington 2 outs away from their 11th consecutive victory. The last time the Blue Sox have lost was January 26. The 1-0 outside. Washington recorded 2 hits through their first 2 games. One of them was a no-hitter. And they also did not score through their first 2 games. Yet they've been a much different team. Really coming together. Called strike 2 and 1.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't have predicted the Blue Sox to be in the position they are now after those first couple games.
Longer look in this time from Motley. Now he's ready. 2 and 1 the count, 1 out, and nobody on. Outside 3 and 1. And we've talked about it plenty, but the Blue Sox just found a lot of different ways to win. Whether with big hits or low-scoring games coming from behind late. Little luck along the way with misplays. And the 3-1 pitch is in the dirt. Second walk of the late morning issued by Motley. Still on top 7-1. So the 9th hitter, none will bat. But anyway, in the Blue Sox 10-game win streak, 6 of the wins have come by 3 runs or less, and 3 have come by a single run. So they played a lot of close games. They're not necessarily blowing the doors off of everyone each day. So definitely not unbeatable. First pitch to none, right down the middle for a called strike.
Evan, that was Motley's 106th pitch of the day.
Wow. February 13th, throwing 100 pitches. You don't see that a lot. 0-1 curveball misses high. And there's nobody up in the bullpen. Also, now I wonder if Motley, yeah, he should be available if the Blue Sox make it to the championship on Sunday. 1-1 on the outside corner, 1-2 the count. 7-1 Blue Sox, 2 outs away from recording their 11th straight win. Yeah, Motley would probably be available in a championship game situation. The 1-2 pitch is rolled back towards the middle. This could do it. The second baseman Akiba flips the second for 1, back to first, just in time for a 4-6-3 double play to finish things off. Roger Motley III goes well over 100 pitches to go the distance for the Blue Sox. 1 earned run allowed, only 7 hits, 7 strikeouts, and just 2 walks. Roger Motley III keeps getting better as he goes, and the Blue Sox, the #1 overall seeded Blue Sox, keep on trucking along. Their 11th consecutive win, and the first they have not lost since January 26. The A's go down for their 7th consecutive loss. They're anchored in as the 4th seed in the International Division come playoff time. I mean, Danny, the Blue Sox, from start to finish, they were the better team today on the second to last day of the before the playoffs start. I mean, your thoughts on all this?
Well, my first thought is that somebody needs to get all of the Blue Sox bats and put them in an ice bucket because they're way too hot. I mean, the way that they're going, once they get a hit, it's contagious in that dugout, and you can tell from all the way up here. And these guys, you know, have only known each other for, you know, a month, most of them, and the camaraderie and the team chemistry that they have and the positivity in the dugout really kind of, I mean, obviously along with their hitting and really good pitching, just makes them, you know, earn this #1 overall seed, and I'm excited to see if they can pull it out.
Well, the day started as A Kelsey Whitmore day on the mound going against the league-leading Blue Sox. It ends with Roger Motley III as the hero on the other side. That'll do it for us for now. We'll be back for a 12:30 first pitch between the Power and the Chill. Danny and Brian will bring you guys that action. On behalf of Danny Machaj and Brian Yanselson, I'm Nevin Schmeizer signing off for now. See you guys in a half hour.